Making My Way by Dragoness Bahamut. I looked down at the roof of my house. Inside, I couldn't go back inside. Not as long as I knew he was in there. I felt the hot tears stream down my cheek. I didn't stop them. That was pointless. The only thing I could do was get away, as far away from there as I could. I shot towards the woods. The woods closest to Pallet were right next to the school. They were the same woods where Gary and I had gotten lost several times. I didn't have to go far. Flying was a lot faster than walking. Before I knew it, I was crashing through the leaves and branches. The ground was only seconds away, but I didn't want to land on the ground. I leveled my course and flew horizontally. I closed my eyes. I knew I was going to crash before I actually did, but I didn't care. I wanted something to come and end my pain. My pain didn't end. If anything, it worsened. Crashing into that tree trunk had hurt. I fell forward and began crying into the tree. I didn't bother checking what type it was. They were all the same anyway. I wanted my pain to heal. No tree could have done that for me. I don't know how long I sat there. It couldn't have been too long. Then I heard someone crashing through the underbrush, calling my name. Asha! Asha! Are you okay? Where are you, Asha? I looked over my shoulder. I could see her in my mind before she actually came into my vision. Mayo tripped over something, but she pulled herself up using a nearby sapling. Asha! Asha, answer me! I could hear Evie calling too. May! May, there he is! Huh? She scrambled forward until she was standing almost right behind me. Evie was certainly happy to see me. I guess it knew how much its master cared about me. Asha, are you all right? She asked in concern. I shook my head. The tears renewed themselves, as I had shaken them out as well. She knelt down. Asha, what happened? I turned around. Mayo, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I saw you in the air when I was going to your house. When I saw you hit the forest, I knew something bad was happening. That's right. Asha, what's going on? I've never seen you like this. Mayo, it's about my father. She didn't say anything. I didn't talk about him often. Mom had never told me why I never got to see him. All I had known while I was growing up was that he was a great Pokemon trainer. She said that he cared about me, but now I know that's not true. I took a deep breath. I got a chance to meet him, Mayo. I saw him in person. I talked to him. If I had actually been speaking out loud, it would have gotten tough right around then. And now I hate him. What? I nodded. He's a horrible person. I don't want to have anything to do with him. These tears, I wish they would stop. But Mayo? Yeah? He's here. He's in my house. And I'm not going back. Not as long as he stays. How long do you think he's going to stay? She asked. I don't know, but I hope he's leaving right now. I hope so too. I stared at her through my tears. She's honestly agreeing with me. That's something even Mom didn't do. Not with Giovanni there. She cares about me like no one else does. Only her and Pikachu. They're the only ones I can trust. I gave her a hug and cried into her shirt. Mayo, don't change. Promise me you won't ever change. I promise, Asha, she said, hugging me back. We went back to my house together. I changed to human, in case anyone saw, but I felt ready to face anything, as long as Mayo was there beside me. Pikachu's still in there. I'm not gonna leave it there, alone. Mayo knocked on the door. I stood on one side of her, and Evie stood on the other. I gritted my teeth. I'm still scared. The door opened quickly. Misty stared at us in surprise. Hey guys, I found him, she called. I laughed as Pikachu bounded past Misty and leapt into my arms. Sorry I worried you, I whispered. Don't do that again, said Pikachu. I'll try not to. Ash! I looked up. Misty moved to the side as Mom ran down the stairs to greet me. Ash Ketchum, don't you dare do that again! I was afraid that you weren't going to come back. Just where did you go, anyway? The woods? The woods? Ash, you should know better. Mom, those woods are nothing compared to... Ash, I know that, but still, you shouldn't have just left like that. I looked past her. I didn't want to argue. She did, though. Up on the balcony, him staring at me. That face, it was as warm as an Articuno's. Mom, why does he have to be here? I asked quietly. Why can't you make him leave? I guess she finally realized that I hadn't been listening to her. Ash, Your father will always be a welcome guest in this house. He is your father, you know. Mom! These tears were threatening to come back. Home isn't even safe anymore. Asha, Mayo said quietly. I knew she wanted to comfort me, but she didn't know how. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Persian standing in the doorway to another room. It had its ears flattened against his head and was glaring at Giovanni. Persian! I called. It glanced at me, then walked over carefully. Mom had told me that I could only keep 2 Pokemon out of their Pokeballs, because having 10 of them walking around the house, plus the 4 extra humans, was just too many. I decided to let Pikachu and Persian stay out, because they were the ones who really hated Pokeballs. He's back, Persian said in disgust. Yeah, I know. I suddenly thought of an idea. I wasn't sure if it would work out properly, but even if it didn't, I would leave plenty of room for Plan B. Mom, can I go to Mayo's house? Huh? But Ash, she's already here. Yeah, I know that, I said quickly. But I really don't want to stay here. Asha, if you come to my house, you won't be able to change back. Wait, Giovanni said. I looked up. Now what does he want? He walked down the stairs. I can tell when I'm not wanted. I'll stay somewhere else. What? Mayo and I split to let him leave. I could only watch in amazement as he walked down the path, opened the gate, and left. Impossible. Maybe he really did mean what he said. Mom sighed softly. Goodbye, she whispered. I turned around and stared at her. Her eyes were moist, but she was hanging tough, the same way she had taught me to. That's when I realized something for the very first time. She loves him.